All right, geometry crew, we're doing section 12.3. That's all about inscribed angles. And this section's super simple. Basically, what you're taking away from this is an inscribed angle, which is an angle that has a vertex on a circle, and then it cuts through, the other parts of the circle. The angle is always half the measurement of the arc length. All right. So if we take a look at the first few problems in the first three problems on 784, all right, they give us a circle, and they actually construct a quadrilateral inside the circle. Okay, so we have this quadrilateral, and here's point A, B, C, D, and this is point P. Okay. So, for instance, like problem number 1, it's just asking you which arc does angle A intercept. So here's angle A, okay? So if number 1 says, what is the arc? What arc does angle A intercept? Well, if you look at angle A, all right, we have angle A right here. So the arc that this is cutting, all right, like if you were to extend the sides of this angle, notice the arc it's cutting is this arc right here, all right? And you can just call this arc BD because it is a minor arc, or you can say, BCD, all right? But the arc that is being cut would be arc BD because it is a minor arc. If it was a major arc, we'd have to say 3 letters, okay? All right, for number 2, it says, which angle intercepts arc ABC? All right, well, if we look at arc ABC is this arc right here. All right, so what angle is cutting that arc? Well, it's going to be angle D. All right, angle D. And then the last problem, number 3, says, which angles of quadrilateral ABCD are supplementary? Well, if you look back in the book, there's a theorem in your book that says if a quadrilateral is inscribed inside of a circle, like we have here, opposite angles are supplementary. So angle A plus angle C would be 180 degrees. Angle D plus angle B is also 180 degrees. All right? So the pairs of angles that are supplementary would be angle A and C and angle B and D. All right? Now, I want to take a look at just 2 more problems. I want to do problem number 13. All right? Problem number 13 on the same page, 784. I'm going to see if I can draw this circle. Not too bad. And they give us this line, and they put the point there. And they go like this. They go like that. And we have to name all of these variables. Tell what these variables equal. They tell us that this is 95. All right. So looking at this problem, once again, I'm going to start with the easiest one. Well, the easiest one is going to be, I would say, C. All right, so we have to solve for A, B, and C. Now, the reason that I say that C is the easiest one is because if this is the center of the circle right there, all right, then I know that this line here is a diameter. So the measure of this arc has to be 180 degrees. And if angle C is an inscribed angle and it's cutting off 180 degrees, then angle C must be half of that, which is 90 degrees. All right, I then think angle B is probably just as easy to find. Angle B is cutting off this arc here, which is 95 degrees. All right, so if we divide 95 by 2, that should give us angle B, 47.5. And then angle A plus 95 has to add up to 180. So if I take 180 minus 95, angle A is going to be 85. All right, so that's just working through a problem that we actually have numbers. And then if I do one more problem here, I'm going to do problem number 17 on the same page. All right, so for anybody that watches these videos, you're getting a few answers here on your homework. Number 17, it's a different kind of angle. It's not inscribed, all right? All right, so we have this picture, and then this line comes up here like this. All right, this, and they want us to say what is this angle, which they say is X degrees. And then they want to know what is the arc, that arc, which is Y degrees. And they tell us that this arc over here is 230 degrees. Well, so we have to solve for X and Y, okay? We're going to solve for Y first because the distance around an entire circle is 360 degrees, correct? So if we take 360 and we subtract 230, I know that the arc Y, okay, has to be 130 degrees. So this equals 130. And then according to our book, our theorem, X, this angle here, which is a tangent and a chord, this angle is still half the length of that arc. All right, so if you take 130 divided by 2, you get 65. All right, so there's a few problems that'll help you do your homework. Once again, it's a pretty easy section. Just take your time, make sure you read through everything, and stay healthy.